Ow! Ow! Oh!
On my own, but I don't know why you hit the road.
Good afternoon, guys. Welcome to the channel. Today we got a little bit of a initial review of our new mower. Oh, I thought this would say Hustler on it, but it doesn't. It's a Hustler Raptor SD. So it's the 54-inch, I think, deck. I've only personally clocked a couple of hours on it. Everybody in the family's been booting around on it but me. So I'm really excited to get like a pretty good cut in here. I have used it on the flat, you know, open areas, but today I thought I would just see what it can do. We're gonna take it into the, well, it used to be our fire pit area, but it's completely overgrown. I use it for like my wood processing during the winter. And because we got so much rain this year, well, it's like July 10th and we can finally get back there. Like it's finally dried up. It's really shaded, so you know the sun hardly gets to it. That's part of the reason. And the way the land goes with the clay soil, everything seems to drain right there. So it was pretty much a swimming pool for most of the beginning of summer. So I'm gonna go back there. I literally have not even been back there, so this is like gonna be pretty interesting. I know for sure the grass, some of the weeds are like 3 feet tall. So I'm gonna see what the little Hustler can do. So check it out here. We'll do a little initial review and see what this zero-turn mower can handle.
Don't hesitate to call me back, 'cause I won't be there. I won't look back when you're around. I won't think twice when you're gone. Don't hesitate to call me back, 'cause I won't be there. I won't look back. I don't know why she told me it's not your fault, but you don't realize that I never wonder what's the truth in your eyes. There's a light that makes me blush. I won't look back when you're around. When you're gone, don't hesitate, call me back, 'cause I won't be there. I won't look back when you're around. I won't think twice when you're gone. Don't hesitate, call me back, 'cause I won't be there. I won't look back.
Pretty sure I just voided my warranty there, but holy frick. I mean, have a look at this. I mean, this is a full-on brush cutter at this point. One thing I will say, you won't believe, well, you won't believe where I've ran out of fuel. Way in the back lot. Not super fuel efficient. You know, when you're cutting this insanely tall grass, don't help either. You have the revs all the way up. You know, it burns through fuel pretty quick. I don't know how many hours you get per tank at 3/4 speed. I'll have to update you on that later on. This is just an initial, can I potentially break my machine cutting, pretty much knocking hay over. Yeah, so let's go find the mower. Alright, so I thought I would spend a minute here and just explain how the mower operates. So, if you've never used zero turn before, you got basically two brakes, left and right, that you're controlling. You're basically easing off the brakes when you push the two handlebars forward or backwards, and then when you put one forward and one backwards, at the same time you're locking up one wheel and releasing the other wheel. That's kind of how it works. This mower on the right side there, you can see there's a little pedal that engages the deck, moves the deck up and down. Yeah, so right now it looks like I believe I was cutting at level 3, like a pretty thin cut. So I'm taking my time, making sure I'm not hitting any rocks or big twigs or anything like that. I haven't really walked back here too much this summer, so I noticed this here too. This was a really unsafe move. So when you got that chute up, locked up like that, those blades are exposed on the outside of the deck. So make sure that that blade comes to a complete stop, because you could definitely lose a finger pretty easy. I got it pinned up there because, like earlier, I was basically just pushing hay over, so I had to pretty much launch it out the side there. But you should definitely ride with your chute down if you can. Yeah, other than that, I'm just basically going through the back lot here. I've already cut this previously a few weeks ago, but now I'm coming through and I'm cutting it right down to a stubble. Might have a couple friends over here camping in a few weeks, so I want to keep the ticks down and make it nice and flat. So that's what I'm doing here. Alright, so now we're out in the front yard here, over by the potential pond, and yeah, I let this grass go a few weeks. It's pretty tall, pretty green, looks healthy. Yeah, we're just mowing it right down. Expecting a whole pile of rain in the next week and a half, so I just wanted to see what the deck, what the deck would look like, what the cut would look like with the deck at level 3. So it really brings it down, nice smooth cut. So yeah, we're just booting around the yard here and more or less having a good time. So yeah, here's my second pass. You can really see how low I'm cutting it. Taking my time because it is quite a bit of material to be blasting out of there. Yeah, it really just chews the grass up and just launches it. I could probably increase the speed a little bit more than this. Like I said, it's still a new machine to me, so, and it's less than 10 hours. I'm not trying to blow it up, So just working it nice and easy here. Yeah, so here's where the zero turn mowers really shine. When I was cutting this with my little Cub Cadet riding mower, it also took 6 hours, but you know, cutting around trees and things like that, squaring up the corners, you really struggle with those other mowers, because obviously your turn radius and all that good stuff. So yeah, with the zero turn, it's really a game changer. If you've never used one before and you're cutting anything significant, you should really think about investing in one. So yeah, unfortunately I didn't really get a good video of, you know, more or less the top speed that this thing can cut at. You know, if you got your deck height about halfway and you're wide open, you can just launch this thing pretty much full throttle, as long as your grass is dry, and that thing will just go. Like, it's insanely fast. I think through here, this little straightaway, I try to open her up a little bit. Like I said, you can spin the tires pretty easy with this machine. You don't really need to go too fast. Yeah, it definitely moves. Yeah, like I was saying, I had an old Cub Cadet. What did it have? I think it had the 48-inch deck, so this is the 56, I believe. So, you know, a little bit more surface area. Takes a bit of cut time down. It used to take 6 hours to cut and trim the whole property. And that's like not going too crazy with the trimming, just more or less out front where you can really see. From what I can tell, I think I legitimately might be able to cut it in half, or at least 4 hours anyways. You know, I used to cut the lawn over a couple of days. Now I can get it all done one shot, which is real nice. So yeah, that's me just pretty much finishing up this little front lot here. Just thought I'd show you guys kind of the quality of the cut you can expect. I'll speak quickly about the ergonomics of the mower. The seat, like the SD, is a little bit nicer seat on it. It's cushier. The SD was a little bit more money too, over just your regular Raptor. But I'm glad I got the SD for sure. Like, I'm 6'3". You know, I'm a little cramped there. You can see my feet popping up over. But you know, I could spend 3 hours on this thing solid, and my back was just fine, which is pretty amazing considering, you know, when I'm on the Cub Cadet, I pretty much had to roll off the machine. Yeah, so I'm really impressed with the comfort of the machine. Woo! Holy smokes. Well, I've never been so burnt and covered in ticks and mosquitoes and crap in my entire life. But it sure is beautiful out here. So yeah, this is pretty much a little initial review of what this mower is capable of. You know, the pros and cons are, you know, the pros are obviously it's insane power. It's got the 24 horsepower, I think it is. 24 horsepower Kawasaki, which I believe are pretty reliable. You know, I got one on my motorcycle, I like it. You know, it's my first zero turn, so I don't really know what I'm doing with it, to be honest. I'm learning myself, so they're really fast. When it's wide open, you know, you gotta go real slow or you'll spin the tires even on a hot summer day, tear up your grass. So, you know, that's a learning curve for me, coming off the little riding lawnmower Cub Cadet. So yeah, other than that, I really like it. I paid $6,200 Canadian, taxes in, delivered, which I thought was a pretty good deal. Seems pretty capable. I've got 8.1 hours on it, so I think at the 10-hour mark I'll do like a first service, just to change the oil, get the break-in fluid out of there. Might make a little video on that. Might take the blades off, have a look at those. I've already smoked a couple of rocks, which is awesome. The deck height, you know, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 positions, 9 or 10 positions for the deck, so you can get it slammed right to the ground, and then you're pretty much hitting everything. Like, you can really feel the resistance of the deck on the ground when you go that low. But yeah, other than that, the only downside I would say is it's a bit of a fuel hog. But so far so good. I would recommend it. Maybe check back later in a few end of the summer anyways, and I can really give some solid opinions on the mower. But for now, thumbs up. Thanks for watching, guys, and for God's sakes, get indoors. It's just insanely hot out here. Take care.